I brought the wrong glasses, you're all really fuzzy. And I have to leave this here so I can read it. These are my long arm glasses. Do we have enough chairs?
Hi. How are you?
Okay, I just want to welcome you all. We have
Sign language.
We have a few guests here today. Pat will tell us that. It's nice to see so many people here. I think we're going to have a really fun evening. So we're going to try to run a not too long business meeting so we can get on with the fun stuff. Pat, can you tell us guests and the members here?
Those are the really important folks that everybody signed in.
It's a rocking chair.
We can't hear you, Pat. I have 53 members here and 2 guests.
How many members? 50.
53.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
Our guests tonight are Dorothy Thompson. Joe tells me that Dorothy's been cooking for many years and she needs to get out and about. Okay. Our other guest is Anne Marie Buckley.
Okay, welcome everyone, especially guests. We're glad you're here with us tonight. We hope you have a good time. Judy, do you want to give us a short treasurer's report?
Can you hear me from here? Yeah. I'll talk loud. Yeah, I guess I just did an income statement for the quilt show, and this year the show brought in a little over $4,600 after expenses. So, yeah, everybody needs to be thanked for all the hard work, and we did a lot better on expenses this year. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have to
Right. We don't ever get numbers of how many people attended the show from AQS, but several of us thought there weren't as many people this year. Various reasons. So we know that ticket sales were a little lower, but because expenses were lower, we did really well. So just a little bit less than last year, so that's not bad. Okay, the minutes were mailed out to you. Does anybody have any questions about the minutes or any additions to the minutes that were sent out? Can I have a motion from someone to approve the minutes?
So moved, Cindy Sanders.
Can I have a second? Second. Thank you. Okay. Sharon, did you want to talk about AQS or Sharon? She's not here, is she?
No, she's on a cruise.
See, she worked so hard, she had to go on another cruise to relax after that. Okay. She gave you one in the newsletter. I mean, we had like 200, I think she said 231 spots we filled, plus 60 to hang and take down quilts. So that's a lot of spots we filled to do that show. So thank you all. That we had a lot of empty spots when the show started, and everybody stepped up and said, yeah, I'll pull that one, I'll do that one. So we managed to cover things just fine, and AQS was really happy. Those of you that weren't there Monday when we hung quilts, he said that they have come to some shows and 4 people have shown up to hang the show. So they're always happy to see us because they know we have plenty of people there. So great job, everybody. We made it through another year. Let's see. That's about all we have on AQS show. Next year they gave us the dates and I forgot to write it down, but it's online, I'm sure. End of February sometime. Between races and bikes. Okay, I'm still asking for people to come forward and work to get another opportunity quilt started for next year, a raffle quilt. At this point, I think if I had 2 or 3 names of people that would work together, it would be fine. I think maybe me asking for a chairperson intimidates somebody, you know, but we need some people to do this or we will have no quilt at the show next year. And that's part of the contract that they give us is that we will have a raffle quilt and they allow us to do that. So I would hate to not have that opportunity to bring, what do we sell, $1,700, $1,800 in tickets? Yes. Yes, Amy?
The fact that they had another raffle quilt going on in the back, did you think that affected us? Because
No,
we've
they
had
have
that in the
been
past.
there for
Yeah,
probably the last 5 or 6 years.
That's what I thought.
not including COVID, so it doesn't affect.
doesn't take away from
And
us.
they make sure they're not near us too.
Yeah,
And the villages didn't have one there this year.
Right, and yeah, usually the villages has one and they did not have one here there this year. So there was one less. So, would the ladies who worked on the quilts, please let us raise your hand, stand, whichever you want to do so we know who you were. We have Nanette, we have Cindy, we have Kim.
Jean, raise your hand.
what?
Who's that? For people who worked on last
Worked
year's
on the
apple
quilts for this
tree.
year. All right, thank you, thank you. You're really on the spot. They did some a little different, I think it confused some people because we were trying to make it, you win both, that's why I put that on all the signs. But the lady who won it didn't realize that she got both of those things. When she got them, she was like, oh, wow. So, it was very interesting because the wall hanging was gorgeous and a lot of people commented on that. And I think that attracted a lot of people. So, but again, I need, by next month, I need 2 or 3 people to say we'll work, and we can get more people on the committee, but we have got to get a quilt started. We have had years where in July, the person organizing it dropped out, and the quilt we had made that year was a real simple beginner quilter quilt, and we sold very few tickets. Because it just doesn't draw the eye like everything else they're seeing here. So we do need a committee. So people, you can email me, you don't have to raise your hands here, but I really do need a couple people to step forward on this.
Do we have any ideas for it?
That's the committee's job. Sue, you're doing 50 million things already.
Always.
I know. If you'd like to be on the committee, that's great. That's great, but we need several people.
I'll just help so.
So, I hate to sound like a broken record, but I will keep at it because, but besides the donation we get for doing all that organizing, that's our main fundraiser. Okay, Lisa Trippi is our photographer this year while she's here, except tonight, she's secretary. And Judy is photographer because our secretary wasn't here. So, but when Lisa is not here, because she's not a full year up, we need someone else who can do the pictures. So,
I talked to Lynn Cross, she's not here tonight, but I.
no, I think she partied too hard for her birthday the other day, so she's not feeling it. She had a lot of family in town, so. Okay. Well, I will check with her for sure. Our photos, for those of you that are newer than when we started AQS, the way AQS found us was our Facebook page and our website, and the pictures of all the things we did. And that's why they contacted us. So the photos are important. Check, Lynn, write myself notes so I forget. Okay, and if you read the newsletter, you read that Sharon, who's off recuperating, said she would do the recruiting one more year if someone worked with her. It's impossible to have 2 people taking all of the names and scheduling because then you're going to double book people. But she needs someone to come in and work with her, to be there during the week so she doesn't have to be there every single day, the whole show. And with the eye of that person will then be in charge the next year. So I am looking for someone who's willing to do that. Without somebody to do that show, we don't fulfill our contract. And AQS will find another guild. I'm going to tell you that right now. They have actually closed shows when other guilds can no longer fulfill their contract. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just closed it, said we're not going to do it anymore if we can't get the support locally. So we have to try to do this. So please think hard on that. It's going to be learning a lot. It takes time beforehand at home on the computer. You have to work a spreadsheet. I'm going to tell you that right now. In Excel. And it takes time during the week of the show. Okay. Coral and Nanette, you want to give any info on what's coming up soon for programs?
Come on, Coral. Two is better than one. Yeah, we want to welcome everybody, especially our newcomers. Thank you so much for being here, both of you. Of course, we're having Sally Terry here. Sally's over here. A little more before she starts her program, we'll introduce her, so we'll give a little more information on her. And then we have next month, and Julie Swenson is the head of that. We've asked Julie to share a little bit about the program next month.
Okay, as far as I know, for these 5 people who definitely agreed to give a little information about their quilt journey, where they started, what they are doing. It is Betty Jane Durance, Diane Hofer, Cindy Langdon, Sharon Kalinowski, and Cindy Sanders. And the 5 of them will get up here and give you guys a little information about what they do and have done in the world of quilting, and maybe show you some of their quilts. Then it'll be April, and we will have, Sharon is going to do a program on needle turn basting applique, and then in May is Sharon, June is Jean Roth is going to do stack it up.
What month is that?
June.
What's it,
Changed your mind?
no,
Oh,
what's the date of that?
June 9th.
That's
Along the way.
No, I'm going to it. It's all about turning.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Tomorrow from, I think it's 9 to 4. Is that what you, 9? Okay, we might decide on that. Tomorrow we have a workshop that'll start at 9 o'clock. And this is a sample of what we're doing. Sally Terry is our guest speaker this evening, and she's going to be leading our workshop. This is all about embroidery thread. Part of the package of the kit is that we get 3 to 4 different colored threads. We're going to learn how to take our domestic machines and actually be able to use all those decorative threads, not decorative stitches that maybe you don't know how to use, and just be able to complete something like this. This is actually a panel, and this is part of the kit that you'll receive as well. Yes?
There was a little confusion on whether you had to be here to set up at 9 and the program started at a different time, you know. Some people were a little confused on that.
We can talk about that tomorrow. Why don't you ask me after the...
Tomorrow?
No, I'm talking about tomorrow.
Tonight, after we share. We can
Okay.
discuss it.
We'll discuss when we start.
If people leave, I don't know.
All right. Any other questions? We have room for a couple more people. It's $10 if you're a member, $20 if you're not. And the kit is $20 as well. And maybe, Sally, when you start, you could tell us a little more about this. All right, thank you.
Back to the shrimp. Okay, Cindy, can you tell us a little bit about how things are going with the replacement for GroupWorks, which is, I don't know what the name is.
Exact is the name.
Exact.
And the answer is slowly. The guy has been on vacation for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So,
okay. We're working on it.
we're
They're
working on
working
it.
We can't have it back soon enough. Okay, block of the month. Mindy, do you have an assistant?
Pat, I love it.
For anyone who's new, block of the month is something that we do each month. I will present a new block, and hopefully everyone will take up the challenge, go home and make 1 or 2 or 6 or 12, however many blocks. When you bring them back, you get a raffle ticket for every block that you turn in, and if your number is drawn, then you get to take the blocks home and make a quilt. We had 47 blocks turned in this month, so we'll draw 2 people, and those 2 people can decide how they want to distribute these blocks. If they want to do them even or however. So, okay, so we need to draw 2 names, or 2 numbers actually. And I want to win. The last 3 digits are 826.
Oh my gosh.
Did you win? Okay, so you do half of the blocks, however you want to do it, like a 4x5 grid, or however you and the next winner decide to just separate.
Kathleen's our newest member.
Oh, wow! Awesome! Well, congratulations. Okay, and the last one is 859. Let's see. These I brought for someone else. My right-hand pocket, I think, is me. I mean, it's my tickets, but I think I won.
I will verify. She said, okay, hers is in my left pocket, mine is in the right.
859. Me.
Oh, I thought
Me. These were Sue Martin's, and these were mine. But I am going to give them to someone else because I have won so many times. Because I participate. 857, and I kid you not, that's Sue Martin. Wait a second.
That's you if you're.
That's me if he is. Okay, yeah, let Linda draw. Oh my gosh. What if I divide them into thirds? Okay, the next one. 861.
Oh my goodness.
No, mine ends at 59.
That's
so
Karen.
861 is so. Okay. And what's your name?
Karen.
Karen
Watts.
Watts. Karen Watts. Okay, so Karen and Kathleen, you 2 can take the blocks. Here they are. You can decide how many, how you want to divide them, and bring your finished quilts and show us. Okay, the next one, next month's block of the month. Now, because we have actually been doing this for over 2 years, if you can believe that, and since I do like writing up these instructions like so much, we're repeating a block. This is the very first block. Dang it, I made a quilt out of this and I meant to bring it to show you. So this block is called Scrappy Crossroads. Okay, Scrappy Crossroads. Oh, I wish I had that quilt. This is what the block looks like. Can you hold it up real high? That's what the block looks like. If you have leftover jelly strips, 2.5-inch strips, this is the perfect block for you. You take 12 2.5-inch squares, so just take those jelly strips and cut them in, and you want scrappy. You don't want a whole bunch of the same. Sew those 2.5-inch strips into 2 patches. And if you do leaders when you're working on your things, this is the perfect time to just take 2.5-inch squares and use those as your leaders so that you're going to get a bunch of these. Sew those together into your 4 patches. And you need 2 for each block, 2 4 patches. Then you're going to use 4.5-inch white squares. Trust me. Here they are. Okay, 4.5-inch white squares. And you sew, which we've probably all done, sew that square onto the corner. And like this, press it up before you trim the back off. That will prevent the stretching. Then trim the back down to a 1/4-inch seam and sew it together like this. It totally looks like a different block when it's put together. You'll get the thing through the mail, through email. There was something else. Oh, and unfortunately all these seams are pressed open because these seams are going to match up to these seams. So, but it's, well, no it is. Sorry about that. You do have to match your points, so be good. People are going to see your blocks. So Scrappy Crossroads, and this is only an 8-inch block. We've been doing 12-inch blocks for most of the 2 years. This is an 8-inch block, but it really makes a cool quilt. This is a quilt that I would say looks like something that your grandma made because it's all totally scrappy. And then the last thing. Next Tuesday at Sit and Sew, I'll be doing the stand and stow bag again. I know a lot of people have made it, but if you want to make the stand and stow bag, please give me your email address and your name so that I can send you an email with what you need to bring. I was asked what time we would start, and unfortunately, I've been married to a Marine for 44 years. It's 10 to 4. 10 to 4. So that's what time we start. If anybody wants to give me the information, it's not tomorrow. It's a week from tomorrow at the Sit and Sew class. You don't have to do that if you come to the Sit and Sew class. You can do whatever you want. So that's it.
That's here, Mindy, right?
Oh, everybody who brought a stand and stow bag tonight, just hold it up. I have 2 of them right underneath Jennifer, one in the thing.
So here,
There's a stand and stow, I mean, look how many there are.
Oh, wow.
And the one thing that I do have is tons and tons of colored webbing. I bought an enormous sample pack on Amazon, so I literally have over 100 yards of multiple colors of webbing. But I do not have the Peltex, so good luck with getting that. Yes, it's roughly $1 a yard, so you need roughly 2 yards.
Of Peltex?
2 yards of webbing. The Peltex you need, unfortunately, just this much over a yard. We can work on it. If you have a yard of Peltex, we can make it work. So here's the sign up. I'll leave it up the front here, or should I pass it around? Okay, and this is my pen. Name and email address. Yes.
Of the webbing? No, of the...
Thanks, Mindy. Those bags are so great, they fold up so flat when you don't need them. Just tuck away somewhere until you need to pack a lot of stuff in. Charity quilts. Joe? Leslie, do you have anything to add to? Okay, we're going to let Joe talk.
Mindy, you already had, I told you last month, but do you need to...
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm going to start off tonight with a charity request. Last Christmas time, Halifax Hospital did a hosting of a community sew. And again, this March 22nd, Halifax is going to do the same thing. they're going to do fidget quilts. And all of the units are being pre-made so that all that is necessary is to sew the fidget unit onto the face of the pillow and then attach the back to the front. And each person will get a kit, right, Sue?
Yes.
Okay. If anybody would like to join us on the 22nd, it's Saturday at Halifax Hospital from 10 until 3. There will be hopefully anywhere from 12 to 100 people. And 50 of you would fit very nicely in the space. All you need to do is bring anything that you bring to sit and sew here. Your sewing machine, your regular supplies. Lunch will be provided. So if you're hungry on a Saturday, it's a good way to work up an appetite and then work it off. So if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them during the evening. I have not, but I will. Thank you, Lisa. I just got the flyer today. The coordinator of the quilting unit, or the sitting sewing unit for the hospital, gave me this quilt.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty.
And she said, add it to the community larder from Racing Fingers. So we attached a tag, it's labeled. Leslie, it's all ready to go. It can go to Charlene's Dream or to whatever
Blue bag.
you would like it to go to.
The blue bag that's on the stage, so anybody that has, put them in there and I'll make sure they get to whoever needs them.
Donna Hines. Another person also gave me a bag of 5 tops to go to charity. And we need backs and somebody who might be willing to quilt them. They're all ready to go. I haven't opened it. I don't know the quality, the points match. It doesn't make any difference. If there's somebody tonight that would like to take that on, I would be very happy to give you the bag, give you one of them, or you can share with your best friend. So these are ready to go. Yes, they're all together. They're completed tops. Mike, can I borrow you, please?
Sure.
Last month I reported that Mary and Rob Martin had taken all of the quilts of Valor's that I found in the storeroom, and they have finished all of the quilting on them.
Wait, we gotta take pictures. This is the standard so bad email list. Wait.
That's okay, that's okay, that's okay.
You all did this quilt. Somebody here did the top. I do not know who. They came with tags. The tags got lost in the translation.
If it's yours, you didn't have it, that's probably good. They give us that solitary
I
bag.
have one like that. It's the chili rollers is all done. I get it done.
Mary, as in Christmas, and Rob Martin. So if you recognize one of these as your top, please let us know, because they will go to Quilt of Valor and they'll want to know who provided the top.
I think I may have. Jean thinks she may have seen it with me because I brought it to
Retreat.
retreat.
You did that at a retreat. You did that right.
Sue going once? Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue.
It's just a miniature.
Very similar to the first one.
Who did that one?
Taker one. Anybody got it? Anybody? If it goes up on the website, somebody might recognize it as their own.
I think I made that.
I think I made that. Going once?
I
Going
did.
twice? Yay, Aurora!
I don't need a big, no, it's that. That was so long ago.
These three all fit in the Quilt of Valor parameter. These next two will be Quilt of Honor and work wonderfully well for wheelchair users or somebody who just needs a simple lap robe.
That's okay. They do put it on. Okay.
Or this, not.
Somebody said they thought these were spools of thread. Sorry, they're firecrackers. So thank you all for the work that you put into what has been done, that has been stored in the closet. We will be continuing to do more of the Quilts of Valor. From the AQS show, I was talking with a lady at the, one of the exhibit units. Mine's a terrible thing to lose. And she said she had all kinds of fabric. She brought it, she laid it down on the table, and Linda gave it to me tonight. Linda, where'd you go? You gave it to me tonight, so it'll go into the larder. If you are interested in sewing anything for Quilts of Valor, we've got lots of patterns, plenty of idea, and a boatload of fabric.
I don't think we can title it a Quilt of Valor because that's supposed to be given away to a veteran in a ceremony, not one in a round.
Right.
So,
Now, that doesn't say we couldn't do a red, white, and blue themed one.
right.
And that the winner couldn't then donate it if they chose. That's two different
We
operations.
could do that, yeah.
Okay?
That's a good idea, because next year is a 250.
Well, that's what they were thinking too.
That's very true. It'll be the 250th birthday of the United States, so red, white, and blue quilt will be very apropos for that. Very apropos. And we know the parameters for Quilts of Valor, so we know it has to be a certain size, it's not humongous. And, yeah.
I want to just stand up for a minute with the Quilts of Valor. So, real quick, I was just contacted by a lady with our Quilts of Valor group too. I was just contacted by a lady, and there's another veteran, blah, blah, blah. With our Quilts of Valor, I'm trying to combine everybody together, and Pastor Joe knows that too, but they would like us to present 11 to 12 quilts the last week of Jeep Week at the racetrack. It will be televised, the whole bit. I've spoken to my boss, Tammy Arnold, who's my mentor, is helping me with all this, because we presented 6 at the quilt show. But, so I'm in the need of getting some help with that. I do have a lady that's coming Wednesday to drop off quilt tops that she's done. She's part of this whole thing, but I'd like to, because it's not just, this is not about our Quilts of Valor group, it's about veterans. And that's what I wanted, but I didn't want to not mention it because I talked to her again today. And this is going to happen. And so far it's 11 to 12, there could be more. And they're Navy SEALs.
When is Jeep Week?
This will be the last week of April. I do have 2 quilts done. So, but we're going to try to, and when I spoke to Tammy, she said for me to mention it to everybody.
Size?
How many?
Size?
It's on the website.
Yeah, it's on, there's a whole, it's right on the
Okay.
website. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, Quilts of Valor, there is a Quilts of Valor chapter here. Our guild has just we started doing these as honor quilts. We also can do Quilts of Valor, and over COVID, 25 tops were accumulated at my house. So Joe is gonna start taking them, if they're not big enough, we can add to them, we put borders on, great way to make them the right size, whatever. So we can put out quilts, we have tops to work with. We just need to get them sandwiched and quilted and bound. So that we will try to, yes, Wendy?
I just want to mention this, that Judy Martin, who used to own Martingale Press, she wrote 2 books on red, white, and blue quilts that are fabulous. So if you could find the books, they're full of patterns and they're wonderful.
What was the name?
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and Blue by Judy Martin.
Judy Martin. Okay.
I might have one.
I think I do too.
Thank
To
you.
find it is the next question. But anyway, so, okay, she's just sewing, or did she put her hand up? Hand up, yes.
Cheat Week is the 18th through the 27th.
Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, so that's not even the end.
It's almost the end. She said it would be the very last day.
Okay, so you got the 27th of April.
Yes. More to follow. I will keep you in the loop.
Okay, so that's something that we can really keep our mind, you know, maybe we can put a little push on, and if these are not set to go to anybody, the 3 that fit the criteria, then we've got 3 that we can start with. Okay, that's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to take a little break. Pat, I need you to tell me exactly how many people are signed up today. Signed in?
No.
Okay. So you pick a number between 1 and 53.
12.
Who's number 12?
Oh, actually, no, that's first page. Jeanette Long.
Okay. At the quilt show, Tatiana and Cindy Alfaya, and a couple of other people went around and asked the vendors to donate, and they were extremely generous to us. So we're going to have a little drawing at every meeting with a little thing, and the tea lady gave 2 things of tea. And if you guys did, draw 2 names. You want? We can do that.
Yeah, pick the flavor you want.
You like hibiscus or peach? If nobody bought that tea? Oh my Lord, it's so good.
It is good.
Okay. Want to pick another number? Sally, you want to pick another number that's not 12? 31.
That's so funny. No, I think that's my name.
Thank God this is not, Aurora Law.
It is Aurora. Pick another one. You're like me, you probably have
This
several
is
at home.
not rigged.
Okay, we need another number then. 14. It was hard to just buy a couple of bags of tea because I wanted to take all of them. They tasted good.
It's in February too.
Yeah.
And then 10 in January.
Enjoy your tea, Kim.
It's really good.
Those were all given away to who? Just whoever was the individuals.
I got chai because I love chai, and I got the blueberry, which is like you're eating blueberry muffins, only it doesn't have all those calories and it tastes so good. Okay, Patty, do you have anything about the retreat you want to let everybody know?
We have 14 signed up for the retreat, so we still have, if anyone all of a sudden wants to go away at the end of the month. Yes?
I'll go.
15. But it's open, but you just do need to let me know because I need to get in touch with the woman who runs the retreat. So,
Joe asked me if I thought if he went it would interrupt the girl flow of the weekend. I said, you're one of the group, Joe, come on. We just have to make sure that what we wear in there at 3 in the morning to sew is not, okay.
Goes both ways.
And I will be sending out an email with all the particulars for anyone who, if this is your first time. I have everyone's email addresses now. Most of you have been before, and so I'll see you at the end of the month.
Thanks, Patty. Okay, UFO challenge. Sue and Aurora.
Yes.
Yep, you gotta put your sewing down.
So you have until next meeting to text or show and tell or email Sue Martin. She's the first quarter challenge keeper. And you get, for every UFO you finish, you get a ticket. And Tatiana and Sue Martin went around and got some amazing door prizes. So you have a chance to win something really nice. And we had 56 in 6 months completed last year. I didn't count the first 2 quarters, but we'll keep better track this year. So keep going. Cool. Pretty amazing.
So first quarter goes through end of April.
I need to get on this
The
online.
first quarter ends March 31st, but you have to turn everything in at the meeting in April. And so theoretically, you can start it.
Yeah. If you finish it at home and you just want to send her a picture, say, see, it's done, this is the name,
Yeah.
she'll mark you down before the meeting.
And then in April, you'll bring, Pat will send out the form and you'll fill it out, all of your UFOs, or you'll take your first quarter and scratch it out and put second quarter and return it in.
Okay. Haven't got to any of them. All right, do we have any news or guest speakers?
I just want to make sure everybody who wants to take the Stand and Stow class had a chance to sign up. And the stabilizer that you need in it, write this down, it's 71F. Peltex 71F as in fusible. One-sided fusible.
Amazon. Yeah, one-sided.
Yeah. It's one-sided fusible. Don't waste your money on the two-sided. It actually doesn't look that good. Peltex 71F. So, okay.
How much fabric and stuff?
I will send it, that's why I asked for your
Okay.
name and email address, because literally tomorrow I will send you prep work so that everybody comes prepared. We can only go as fast as the slowest person. So if somebody comes not prepared, that's who you blame. You don't finish your bag.
Will you have that Peltex in there?
No. Oh, in the instructions, yes, everything.
So tomorrow I'll,
Yeah, tomorrow you'll get an email with everything that you.
and I wrote Laura's name down because she wants to do it, but I don't know her email. So if you send it to me, it says Laura at the bottom, Laura Kozler. She is coming. Laura.
No, I scratched it out because she told me to, I thought you signed up, so, yeah, okay.
Oh, well, Laura's coming straight.
Do you want to make the bag or not?
Okay.
Can this be signed on a?
We have a newsletter here from Charlene's Dream. They sent us thank yous for everything that we have given them. As a matter of fact, I have a bag of pillow forms that have to go standing to be put over there. I also have a thank you that, I think what I'll do is scan it in and have Pat send out an email with that. So you can see from it, was it Halifax? I can't remember. Advent Health, that's what Leslie gave to. For all the things that we gave them last year too. And it was the beginning of this year, they gave us a thank you. So I will get that sent out to you. Once we have that website thing back up, I can post it on there and you can all just look at it. It'll be much easier. Pat won't be having to constantly send emails. Okay, we have time to get to our program now. Are you ready?
Okay, and Nancy Thompson, can you stand up? Because I'm just gonna do this. So, when we started Foster So, it's the group that we do on Thursdays, I had a big bucket of 2.5-inch squares, Nancy had a big bucket, and Michelle O'Neill had a big bucket. And so we were making all these 2.5-inch square quilts. And Nancy's mom was at home sewing these 2.5 inches together. And she had some dementia. And so she said, well, I'm sick and tired of doing these. Or she would complain about how poorly they'd been cut. And Nancy would say, but you cut them. But to make a long story short, she probably made between 25 and 50 of our tops that went to the quilt. And Nancy would come in, okay, we need more squares because we got to keep her busy. We need more squares, we got to keep her busy. And so up until about this past year, we really depended on her, and she passed this last week, or a little bit before this last week. So her name was Inez, but what else did she go by? Vera. So, and she would always say how nice we were and everything, but I loved her, didn't know her very well, but I knew her through Nancy, and I really feel like quilting connects me with my family, and so I felt connected her by the quilting and the things that she did. And so Nancy, I want to thank you for sharing your mom and making sure your family knows how much we appreciated her.
Actually, one more thing about her mom and her. Nancy's going to be leaving us soon, and she's moving back to Arkansas. So I told her I have a guest room with her name on it. People here who would love for her to stay with them too. Nancy, we're going to miss you so much.
Okay, now we'll do show and tell. And before everybody runs out when you jump with that, they need a little help getting the room ready for tomorrow. If there's a few of you that can help rearrange some tables with them, that would be appreciated. Figure out how we're gonna do it this time. Maybe line up against that wall. One of the things you're showing is on your UFO list. You need to make sure to tell them so they can mark it up.
And if it's a charity quilt, put it in the blue bag.
And charity quilts set in the blue bin.
And also, if you want credit for it, make sure you fill out the notebook. And I'll put the notebook in the middle table.
So much cherry pepper. We just went short. Yes. Sally has a table up here of some things that you're interested in buying. She's got the color reels and some patterns, DVDs and some pretty fabrics.
Okay. She said she had something.